of society. I want to focus in on that place. How do I manage to clean myself of all those things and really choose the suitable spouse? Only through education. Education myself? No, not educate yourself. You can't. If you're an educator that can educate yourself, then why do you need to educate yourself? To choose, what are you choosing? A spouse. But you're not educated. You need to educate yourself and then choose. But now there's no one who can educate me. So you're like everyone. So that's why I say we have to organize some huge, massive attack of education, family education throughout the world, that they will understand the correct attitude. What we just spoke of is relevant for everyone. And after we open courses, let's say, that a person goes through in a few meetings, we teach people everything that they need for a happy life. All we teach them today is how to profit. If he's happy or not, nobody cares. I finished school, I don't know anything. Absolutely nothing. I only know maybe how to get into university or to go into a profession where they'll tell me, do you know multiplication? Do you know this? Okay, start. I don't know how to build a family, how to select a spouse, how to raise my kids, how to manage a family budget. I don't even know how to relate to my parents. Everything a person needs to learn, because a person is not an animal. Animals do this naturally. A person has to ask about everything, every single thing. I see how people don't know how to relate to their parents. Like naturally. Why? Why not explain this? A person needs an explanation about every single thing. He knows absolutely nothing on his own. It's some kind of system that it developed above the human level that has to be organized. It's intelligent system. It's our heart. We don't know how to manage these systems in ourselves, and that's the problem. And if we wanted to get into this subject, so start going into schools for the next 10, 12 years that they're there, and educate them all the time. From kindergarten, you can start from nursery. Building a person it's a profession. But I'm missing the path. I'm missing tools, a method. How do I educate? I'm not starting with kids. I'm leaving kids out of it because it's not because you don't want to deal with it, but really, that's what we need. If we're talking about corrected society, we have to look after it from the moment a child is born. We have to position him and explain to him how to behave, and how he behaves according to his egoistic character, and how he has to be considerate of others and the environment, and why yes and why no, and give him all the time the psychological escort, guidance. So say we work on a few levels, but we have big people already. You're saying, what do we do? What we didn't do when they were little. We play. What? We teach them. It's an accelerated course for those things. If he won't know those things, it won't help him. So let's write this quickie course. What should be there? What should be in the course? First of all, the general nature. Animate, inanimate, vegetative, human. And then human. I would put in anatomy, psychology, and physiology of a person. Next. That there's something to explain about each of these systems, psychological system, sociology system. You can't just relate to a girl like a girl. I understand that she has pressures on her. And she's impulses and psychological education of gender, male gender, female gender, at the level of nature, human level. What is that? How are they different? How are they similar? How much we have to understand the difference between them. If a man understands the woman's nature, the female nature, then he himself is a different man. He's really a man. Otherwise, he's just a male, nothing. Children, in accordance with that, how we need to relate to them, to educate them, etc. There's a lot to learn in advance. And the main education is the inner psychology of man. What is the man in us? What do we want? Our desires, our thoughts. What are they? The main fraction is maximum pleasure with minimum effort. That's always inside of us. And that is called our ego, that formula. I know that in this way I exist and the others do, and otherwise how can we get along without understanding one another? We have to connect with one another. If I connect with someone, I have to know that we're connecting because we're transferring feeling to one another. I can enjoy from her and she can enjoy from me at a few levels. The level of food, sex, family, money, control, respect, intelligence, all those things in a man. He has to see if he is being filled with something and is with something filling the other. Does he agree to it? Otherwise, there's no connection. A couple, they become one system where each is filling the other with something, is obligated to fill the other. Like it says in the ketubah when they get married in the contract. He's obligated. I have to supply the sex and food and dresses and clothes. Those are basic necessities of everyone, of a living body.